about Palestine before. Allah is always supreme. When you ask about optimism, I'm not optimistic about what happens in the next year or the next 5 years or the next 10 years. Yeah. I'm aware, like my mother is Algerian, my father is Tunisian. I know about the struggles. My relatives fought in the mountains against the French. My relatives fought with the Mujahideen of Muslims around the world. They fought. I know the stories. I know the struggles that they went through. I heard them. I grew up with those stories. None of them told me it was like buying candy from a shop. Everybody said that it was a struggle, it was hard, and we never knew if we would win or not. What I'm optimistic about is not what happens in the next 5-10 years. Yes. I'm optimistic Allah is always present. I'm optimistic nothing is outside His plan. I'm optimistic in predestination. I'm optimistic that every tyrant will stand before Allah Yawm al-Qiyamah. No one will escape justice. I am optimistic that they will stand alone in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everyone who was wronged will be dragged on their faces in front of the Palestinians. Netanyahu will be dragged, and everyone who committed genocide. I am optimistic that Allah will bring them in front of Hind and Sidra and say to Sidra, tell me, my wonderful creation, what did this person do to you? And Sidra, she won't need to talk to Jalal. She doesn't need to talk to you who are deflated. She doesn't need to talk to me for validation. She will talk to Allah al-Qawi al-Jabbar. She will tell him, Ya Rabb, I was in Gazza and this is what they did to me. They blew my legs off. Allahumma, my ummah didn't come rushing for me. They were deflated. Allahumma, my ummah got bored of the headlines. They kept scrolling past. Allahumma, I knew I had only you. Do you remember the kid who said, when I meet Allah, I will tell him everything, the Syrian kid. When I meet Allah, they will tell Allah everything. Allah won't be like me and you, we're getting deflated. Allah will deliver justice. He will drag them to Jahannam in chains. Jahannam will say, they will ask Jahannam, Halim talat. Yawma naqulu li Jahannam. Halim talat. We will say to Jahannam, are you full? And Jahannam will say, Hal min mazid. Well, is there more? I have space for more. I have space for all the oppressors. I have space for all the wrongdoers. I'm not optimistic about what happens in the dunya. I'm optimistic that everything goes to an akhirah, which is why Omar Mukhtar, watch the movie, watch it. Which is why Omar Mukhtar says to Graziani, what is death to us? If we win, we win. If we die, we go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. He talks about it like it's a beautiful reunion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why I caution the Muslim, never talk of the metaphysical like it's something beneath you. Never talk of the metaphysical like it's something that's not a political consideration. For the whole world believed Assad was going to stay, Allah toppled him. The whole world believed that France was going to stay in Algeria, Algerians kicked them out. The whole world believed that the world would stay colonized of an empire where the sun doesn't set and that empire doesn't exist anymore. Why doesn't exist, Jalal? Because they plan and Allah plans, and Allah truly is the best of planners.